All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. So look, man. Happy Turkey Day to everybody. Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's having a good one. And all that good stuff. And yeah, man. So let's get to it. Drake about to start the Iceman tour. I don't know how he ain't dropped the album. So, but academics claiming that Drake is about to gear up to go on the Iceman tour, and he's gonna break Kendrick's record. I don't see how that would happen because I definitely don't believe that Drake's gonna break Kendrick's record. Not at this point, no. I'll be honest with y'all. Maybe the only person that could obviously break Kendrick's record is Kendrick. So we gonna get to that, man. Let's get it, man. All right, man. So let's get it.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we had DJ Academics claiming Drake is gearing up for the Iceman tour to come after Kendrick Lamar's global tour crown and his all-time highest-grossing rap tour record. And the goalpost moving on this is incredible. And I've been seeing this egregious narrative spinning a lot, honestly, with people trying to downplay the success of the GNX tour and its status as the highest grossing rap tour ever. With them going on to say that it shouldn't really count as much as that Drake tour because Drake got it by just touring North America. They failed to mention the fact that it took Drake over twice the amount of shows to get to his mark. The coach of the OVOI.
That's what I be saying, man. Again, these dudes are Decepticons, bro. He don't want to say that it took Drake 88 shows or 85 shows for him to get to where he was at. Kendrick did it in less than 30 shows or 30, I mean, it was 37 shows. And he still got it. He still got more to go. And it's on top of that, they didn't count all the shows. They counted most of them. Again, these dudes are so deceptive, man. I don't know if they're being paid. They're paid propagandists. I don't know. But they're being deceptive. He's very deceptive, man. It's disgusting to see. It truly is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Will grasp at any half-baked narrative to try to cope, even if it makes him look like a lost flock of dodo birds. And even if he took the pace that Drake pulled off on his record-breaking tour, it would take like 170 shows plus to reach the mark that Kendrick has now. And Kendrick still has another leg of this tour to go, which will obviously add to his total. So prepare for a 3-year Iceman tour, guys. The Iceman rollout has definitely been a dud, so that's definitely not going to do this tour any favors. A rollout's job is to create excitement for a project, and frankly, it's done the exact opposite to many of his own fans, with tons of them complaining and asking him to just drop the project already. Maybe this feat could have been possible 4 to 5 years ago, but even the biggest Drake fan has to understand and admit that Drake's reputation has definitely taken a hit.
The reason why this tour isn't going to pass Kendrick's, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, and it's going to sound kind of weird, but Drake's lazy. What I mean by lazy, not that he's lazy doing music. He's lazy when it comes to doing tours. He's lazy on tour. He don't even want to finish his sets. He can't go 3 hours. He don't even want to do that. Some people saying he come and do a 45-minute show or an hour show and he leave. And most of the time he don't even sing none of the songs. So he's too lazy to actually do this. He really is. When in the scope of him performing. He might do a lot of dates, but he's not going to be able to do it because unless he's going on a stadium run, which I don't see happening, unless Drake's going on a stadium run, that'd be something different. If he going on a stadium run, I don't think that Drake could do a stadium run. I'd be surprised to see. And I know a lot of people are like, you're crazy. Drake could do a stadium run. If he did, he would have already did it already. I don't think he could do it. I think he's going to do a bunch of arenas. And that's it. He might do two arenas in one day. And if they're 25 and 25, that would be 50,000 people. And he will do it like, and then on top of that, if he's charging $300, $400 per ticket and he do it like that, I can understand. But he would have to literally do double the shows. He had to do 70 shows. You know what I'm saying?
Due to his own doing. Will he attempt a stadium tour? Honestly, we'll see, but I definitely would expect a few major co-headliners to really give this record a shot. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video where we have DJ Academics claiming Drake is gearing up for the Iceman tour to come after Kendrick Lamar's global tour crown and his all-time highest grossing rap tour record. And these people are trying to catch a W by any means, man, even if it makes them look crazy.
And yes, it would be chess, because what it basically shows is that Drake, who is probably going to break the worldwide record, and I would imagine he's going to aim to break the worldwide record. Keep in mind, Kendrick
Very wishful thinking, academics.
did not break his U.S. record in terms of 350. Kendrick broke the worldwide record for rappers.
Mind you, guys,
Yo, this is insane, bro. This is insane. He didn't break the record for American. He didn't do as many American shows as Drake. Academics. If he did, he would have broke the record. He did. He literally did, like, all of a sudden. So let's say Drake did 80 shows. Kendrick did in America, I believe he did, like, I would say, let's say 25
p.m.
So he did 25 shows, and his guy did 80 shows in America. So this is what he's not saying. This is what I mean. Like, yo, the deceptiveness of these goofy motherfuckers is unbelievable, bro. Sometimes I think they're really mentally ill at this point, because a lot of them, they do this, and it's like they do it, and they don't have no, like, nothing. They just do it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
when people are touting the record for any tours, they're not really pre-qualifying it by saying, yeah, the highest grossing North American rap tour ever. It's like someone saying the best-selling record on a Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon. And the only people that are doing that are the people fishing for accolades. Something that would be very on brand for Drake, honestly.
Right, so a consistent tour worldwide, Kendrick has the highest gross. In a tour consistent for North America, Drake has the record. I think Drake wants to beat the world record.
And if Kendrick Lamar would have done his whole tour in North America, the same amount of shows, he would have still beat the record. Kendrick Lamar was on a stadium tour.
He would have did it in half the shows. This is why I say this guy is just, he's so deceptive. I'm pointing at the camera like he's right there. He's so deceptive, bro. He knows this, but yet and still, all of those people, you see that right there? You see that, the chat? All of those people, they listening to him. Because that's what he does. He's a liar. He's like, yo, bro, you saying, technically he's not lying. Because he's saying that Drake had the highest grossing tour. But he's leaving out an essential part that Kendrick Lamar didn't do all of his shows in North America. If he did, he would have surpassed Drake. This is what he said. If he did it, if Kendrick would have did arenas too, it would have been over for him, bro. But he didn't. He just did all stadiums. And we know that it's more arenas than stadiums. You know this. And his tickets was cheaper. If his tickets was the same price, he would have been past them. You know this. But yet still, he lies, bro. He's a Decepticon, bro.
Not an arena tour. And guess what? There's a lot more arenas out there than there are stadiums. And the fact that Kendrick Lamar was performing in places that were honestly unprecedented for rappers. When I was down in Mexico City, guys, I spoke to a lot of the fans, and a lot of them actually said that most promoters don't even deal with rap because they have a terrible time moving those tickets. And given that fact, it definitely makes this Kendrick Lamar record that much more special, man. He's performing in places that rappers have never headlined ever.
Going into next year, and I think he's saying, yo, I don't need an agent, really. But if I'm going to have an agent, my agent's not going to rep my op. Fuck.
You still need an agent, fam. And that's another thing. Him claiming that we can't possibly have the same booking agent. At the end of the day, they make money if you make money. So it's definitely in.
Yo, it's so crazy how he say he don't need an agent. Bro, these people are, listen, bro. These people are there because that's their job. That's what they do. Kendrick Lamar had the same agent. If he had the same agent and that same booking agent basically helped Kendrick with a stadium tour, so now you don't need an agent? Come on, bro. Who's going to negotiate for you? Is it going to be you? Like, maybe he don't. Who knows? But I'm just saying. And I think it's really stupid for academics to say something like that. That was just dumb.
Their best interest to make sure that you're getting booked.
Peace isn't over. Meanwhile, Kendrick and SZA.
I'm out. Is that an AI Yeah, the AI taking influencer jobs too. Yeah, this is an AI. And for a group of fans that keep claiming that every Kendrick Lamar fan is a bot, you sure do love to use bots.
The nigga I hate it. I probably would, if I'm seeing the lawyer kind of fuck with that nigga a lot too, I'm good. Let me get a different lawyer. You have that lawyer. Like, I don't want to have the same lawyer with my op.
That's apples and oranges.
I don't want to have the same nothing with my op. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to have the same car salesman.
Drake, if I'm not mistaken, signed with CAA, right? Guess what? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of ops over at CAA. The industry is really, really small. So if you're going to try to avoid people, you're better off doing what LeBron James did, putting your homie in a position to learn the business from those people and having them branch off later and just create your own company.
With my op. No, there's many car salesmen out here, especially if you're at the level of Drake. Why would I want to have anything with my op? You're going to pick between us. You're either going to have me or you're going to
No, he's actually not.
have that nigga. And if you have that nigga, you can't have me. You can't have us both. It doesn't work like that, okay?
It actually does work.
Yeah, he did. This guy is he's a child. He don't have like a lot of these dudes who got money like this, they won't have money for too much longer. I'm gonna tell you right now. They're rich, but they're not wealthy. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You gotta understand there's a big difference. They're rich but not wealthy. When the mind state like this is not gonna work. He might be rich for a couple of years, but eventually he's gonna go broke because they don't have the capacity of doing certain things. How would I say this? They don't have the capacity to do certain things that would actually that would make them wealthy. He's talking like a child. When he say that you can't work with him with my op, like, bro, this is business. What are we talking about? It's never personal. That's the problem with Drake. He makes things personal. And he's always made things personal. And this is why he's at today. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
Because here's the thing. Not saying this guy would be pillow talking, but I don't want you to let my op know what the fuck I'm going to do before I'm going to do it. Also, keep in mind, you hear Kendrick even in the beef rap about, oh,
dude, these tours are so big that guess what? Even if it's not that guy, there's someone there that could potentially leak logistics. So yeah, you not having the same agent honestly really doesn't help as much as you would think. But guess what? You just let go of the person that was responsible for the highest grossing rap tour ever.
he knows all these secrets in OVO. Well, forget OVO. One of the ways you could know.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He made a great point right there. The reason why Drake don't want to have nothing to do with the agent or whatever, why he got rid of the agent or whatever, is because Drake is in his feelings. He feels like if I want to be bigger than Kendrick without no one helping me, and if this guy helped me, then people are gonna say that you use the same agent as him. That's what it really is. That's what it all boils down to. It all boils down to he is jealous of Kendrick. That's just that. He's jealous. He's mad that Kendrick Lamar had the biggest tour, and at least coming from academics, when academics is saying that he's ready to go on Iceman tour. Like, how do you know that? How do you know he's gearing up to go on Iceman? How do you know? Did Drake tell you that? Like, how do you know? He didn't even drop a single outside of What Did I Miss? And all them Jones ain't even do so well. So how you know? Like, come on, bro. He ain't even got he's ready to drop Iceman album. Yeah, we'll see.
All the secrets with me is if you know exactly what's going on with me, and I don't want that to happen. So I could see that going on.
And guys, unless Drake does like a complete 180 and catch one of those timestamp records, something honestly that he hasn't been able to do since 2018, with Drake not being able to have had a #1, stay #1 for longer than a week since then. So he's going to have to do something he hasn't done in a very long time. And given where his reputation is at and the fact that he's put out so many records since the beef, I know a lot of these Drake fans try to act as if Drake has been quiet the whole time when that couldn't be further from the truth. The dude has dropped 30 plus records over the past year, man. And the biggest takeaway from all that is, yeah, he hasn't been able to catch a hit. You can keep blaming the label, you can blame all these other people, but at the end of the day, you have to produce. And you really can't keep saying it's everyone else's fault when you have been putting your own foot in your mouth for the last year and a half. As far as Drake being...
That's a fact. I don't know. And that's another thing that they don't do. They don't tell the truth. Drake hasn't produced nothing. He knows this, but yet and still, he's still out here saying this. He knows that Drake hasn't produced a hit. He knows this, but again, he's still out here saying, nah, he's gearing up. He's going to pass him with the Iceman. It's coming, bro. Like, come on, bro. Drake didn't even want to finish his own tour what he was doing before that. He didn't want to finish it. You think he's ready to go on tour again? Come on, man. Cut it out.
able to beat Kendrick's mark, I think it's going to be really, really difficult unless we have a monumental change. It's not going to be an arena tour. You're going to have to do like 180 shows, tour for like 2 years to get to that mark. And at that point, we should probably disqualify you for the same reasons that some of these Drake stans are trying to disqualify Kendrick for. But obviously, these Drake stans aren't moved by facts and logic. And what do we always say? You can't reason with somebody that didn't use reasoning to get to their perspective. Actually, look at some of these comments, guys. Acting like it was a U.S. record in the first place. None of those shows on the list are purely U.S. sales. It's crazy watching y'all be this stupid. And that's exactly what I said. These aren't U.S. only records. These are literal world records, guys. But obviously, desperate people are going to do desperate things. Drake can barely sell out an arena, let alone a stadium, LMAO. And yeah, some of those arenas were full, guys. He probably didn't completely sell out, but we also have to understand that a stadium is 2 to 3 times the size of these arenas, even the bigger arenas. I want to say hold, what, like 20,000 at the highest end. Kendrick Lamar was performing in stadiums that had capacities of 80,000 people plus, guys. So yeah, again, apples and oranges. And if you're going to beat that mark, you're going to have to either do a stadium tour or tour for like 2 years straight. You would literally have to tour for 12 months straight. Honestly, I would probably double that to break Kendrick's record. The arenas Drake doesn't generate as much as the stadiums Kendrick fills. And I want to say it's almost double the money, if I'm not mistaken, after looking at the touring data. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think there's a possibility that Drake could pull this off? I honestly don't think so, especially if we're estimating at the pace he actually did before and where Drake's reputation is right now. So definitely let me know what you guys think. And actually let me know if you guys think there's any excitement for this tour at all.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think that nobody, the Iceman really ain't really, it's not really nothing. Like, nobody really cares. He ain't doing nothing. You can't just go off your name. Maybe he can, but from what I'm seeing, it's not gonna do nothing. This Iceman album ain't doing nothing. So thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.